Hello, everyone. Just bear with us for a moment so that I can get the live up on my phone so I can see your beautiful comments.
I will share there as well. Okay.
Kaija's doing her sharing. Okay. Awesome. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, we have already 3 people watching.
Thank you.
Welcome to July.
Welcome to July.
Energies. Once more.
Yes, intense. And all I can say is I'm hoping that July is not going to be a replica of June, because for me personally, it was just a touch challenging.
No, Anca, I can tell you, I've got the feeling July will be much more intense than June.
Awesome. Just what I want to hear.
So just for everybody watching now, please write a comment if you would like to get a reading so that we know your names, where it's there. And we have several things today. We'll make an announcement after, but Antoinette, what do you propose today for readings?
So today, we're gonna sort of kind of mix it up again like we did last month. I think people enjoyed, and we definitely enjoyed doing something different. So once again, you can either ask for general guidance, or you can ask a specific question. You can have a rune reading. I'm going to be using my beautiful sacred runes again, like I did last month. The energies are still intense. And if you would like a card reading, I'm also going to be using Rebecca Campbell's Starseed Oracle tonight, and also a Beyond the Maria Oracle tonight. So it'll be, I'll go whichever, for the people that don't ask for something specific, then I'll use my intuition and be guided to use either the runes or the cards. Or if you still want numerology, I'm happy to do that too. So you have that choice. Kai is going to do something. I'll let her announce what new thing she's going to be doing tonight. So it's really exciting.
I will do something new as well. So first of all, I've got cards. I've got 3 decks. The Wisdom of the Oracle and the Good Tarot, those from colored Baron, right? And once more the Muse Tarot. So you can choose this week. And I will do little paintings as well for those who would like to have this. So these are the colors. Yes, and I have already seen we have Sîan, Christiane, Sarah, Anca, and Vanessa.
Hello, everyone. Hello, beautiful souls. It's good to see you here. Thank you.
Yes, it's so beautiful. And I made a little list. And Sîan, you were the first one. And if you don't mind, I put Sarah on the first position because she is the only one from the other continent, from Canada, and it's really late for her, so she can go to bed after.
Whichever way you.
Sîan, you have the second position, so I hope this is, and Sita is in. Beautiful. Welcome.
Beautiful. Welcome, everyone. It's beautiful to see you.
So, and now you can make a little list while we talk about the energies of July, what you wish to get in your reading.
Yes, whether you'd like to ask a specific question or get a general guidance reading, or whether you would like a rune reading. For those that weren't on last month, I actually have a set of runes that I created myself when I was doing my metaphysics course. So they've all been channeled, and I have channeled messages to go with them, and then I will also pass on whatever comes through at the time. So if you would like that, please put that in the comments. And yeah, so as Kai said, please write if you would like to ask a question, or if you would just want general guidance, and if you want a particular type of reading, then please put that down too. Okay, so July, we've made it through to July, and I'm feeling like the year is already split. Like it's like January to June and then July. And for me personally, like when the 1st of July came around, it was like I felt a huge difference in energy. Yeah, I'm praying it's not going to be so intense, but because for me personally, I have gone through a lot of let's just say I think my guides have put me through the ringer, and it's a case of, okay, pretty much get your stuff together. You still need to work on this, you still need to work on this, and you still need to work on this. So really, really core stuff coming up. So I'm just going to go through some of the general themes like that, have come through through channeling for July 2021. So we're talking about self-care and reflection. We're talking about gaining clarity to move forward. Don't I know it? Take a leap of faith into the unknown. Integrate your soul wisdom with the world. And hence our theme for tonight is unity through soul wisdom. Be the ripple that unites all. And remember that we are one and there is no separation. So I really feel like we've done so much work on ourselves and inner reflection, and now it's time for us to take that wisdom out into the world. And they're pushing us to move forward now. We've worked inside. In terms of numerology, July 2021 is a 3, so it's all about networking and social and expressing ourselves, writing or drawing or being creative. So it's all about getting our wisdom out there into the world. So, and it's really, really important that if you're still in that space of that intensity and you're still in that space, to give yourself self-care and to actually sit and reflect. And you will be shown what you need to get rid of, or what you need to clear, or what you need to, or who or what you need to leave behind. There's a lot of shifting going on. Unfortunately, leaving things behind can be sometimes very painful, and we have to grieve that. And so self-care is very important. Support of other people that will hold space for you is very important. And as we move forward, I feel like, and also I feel like the energy is really ramping up. And that's probably because it's the Sirius gateway at the moment, Kaija. We haven't spoken about this, but the...
Interesting. And the 4th of July, what is the special day in the US?
Yeah. So a lot of themes around that independence that we could talk about for hours and hours and hours, but we're not going to go there. However, it's all about stepping in and expressing and sharing your wisdom with the world. So it's a time for us to really take that leap of faith. And for me, it's really ringing true. I have a special announcement to make, and if Kaija will allow me to make it now, I will make it now. For those of you that know that I've been working on an Oracle card deck, for those of you that don't know, I've been working on the Oracle card deck for the last 2 years now, and it's called Pain to Purpose Healing Oracle. And I am very happy to announce that I have finished the Oracle. And I've spoken with Kaija, and I've also been guided to do the official launch of my card deck on the 8th of the 8th, which happens to be the first Sunday of August, which happens to be the date that we normally do our reading, live reading. So I'm going with Lionsgate. I have a Leo ascending in my chart, and I've been guided to officially launch my cards on that day, and I will be sharing them with you all as we will be doing our readings with my card deck.
Yeah, the next live reading will just with Antoinette's cards. There's no other choice. And this will be interesting because I will interpret them as well, or have a look. So this will be a very special one.
So there will be a special edition of our lives. So, and of course it will be Lionsgate Portal. So it'll be all about stepping into our power and the power behind the lion. So I'm really, really excited. So for me, taking that leap of faith and stepping into the unknown is all happening for me. So it'd be great if I could if you could join us for that beautiful special event that we're going to have on the 8th. And I'm getting all tongue-tied because I'm getting so emotional about it, because I've been waiting for a very long time. So please forgive me for getting all tongue-tied, but I'm just really excited about finally being able to share this card deck with you. And this week I will be actually opening up my website for pre-orders. So I'll keep you posted on that. I've been really working hard to start up my shop and do all that technology related stuff that, yeah, anyway, I'm going to conquer. I'm going to conquer it. So keep an eye out on Facebook for that announcement. Hopefully, if all goes well, you'll be able to pre-order my Oracle card deck this week through my website. So that's enough about me. Kaija, I shall put over to you to talk about the
Yeah.
Yep.
Just before Danny stepped in, and what is interesting, we have now, I will read the order. Hello, Danny. We have Sarah, then Sîan, Christiane, Anca, Vanessa, Sita, and Danny. And as you all were members of the Wisdom Gathering Circle as well, we can announce that we will set up the private group this week as well until the next Wisdom Gathering Circle. And we will invite you if you want to join in this group, because we had the feeling we are, not we, but through us, there is a tribe coming together through these live readings. And we have something in common, something to share, something create maybe as well, but we don't know at the moment. And we will create a private group on Facebook. And if you would like to join, it will be set up until next Sunday when we do the next Wisdom Gathering Circle. And yes, I will come a bit to the energies of July. And I think you all know that I have painted these painting for the whole year. And what I haven't realized before, just this month, that when you see here January, February, March, April, May, June, they are all in a way clear, and then it's becoming a bit chaotic here in the second half of the year. Just the September is a bit more clear, and I haven't seen that before. So for me, visible, there's something new coming in the second half of this year. I will read you quickly what I have channeled. There's a video as well, because this is really interesting. What I found interesting as I made the video, that this reading is speaking about the past, as if something had already happened. I realized that when I reread it, because I forget things I channel. So I will read it. Dust is settling. I get images of something broke down, a building, stones and scree and debris all over the place. The monument broke down. As the dust settles, I see people clear up, calm, connected. They work together, hand in hand. Old, young, men, women, all colors, all nations. Even when the shock is still to feel, this was needed. This monument had to broke down to free the space. What is freed is not just the space, but so much bigger. I can feel sadness and grief as well, as this breakdown brought losses with it. And all this is perfect. There's something so much bigger rising, like phoenix out of the ashes. The world becomes quiet. Everybody knows what to do now, where his her place is. It feels for me as if this eruption, this massive breakdown, has not only crushed a monument, but cracked so many hearts open. And the only consequence possible now is solidarity, unity. We are all in this together. We all feel the shock. We all feel the freedom, the possibilities, the openness. Our minds don't know, our hearts know. And as this situation is so new, so unknown, we can't ask our mind for the way. Our heart knows. And the first step, very practical, to remove, to clean up all this debris, to clean the space, to open and free the earth underneath, together, all together. There's a knowing out of our hearts that we need each other now, that we can move on just together. And it was really interesting because at the moment I don't see that we had a really huge breakdown of something, but what I thought of was really all what was going on in the last years around the COVID thing, and that the pressure of vaccines is so big, and this is worldwide. This is really interesting. There's nobody who can say I'm not in this.
No, especially us that live in Sydney, because we are in lockdown. So it's, for us, it's sort of gone backwards in terms of, Europe seems to be opening up. It's summer. Things are, whereas for a country that we seem to have it under control at the start, now we're in lockdown. So
just we talked about it. I found it so interesting that we had in Europe, on the Northern Hemisphere, really half a year of lockdown, I think, since September. And now it's summer, it's tourist season, everything is opening up. We can go to restaurants, we can move on streets without masks. And now you have winter, you go in lockdown after tourist season. After the season, we can make money with people. Interesting. And you get a huge pressure for the vaccines as well. What we already have here.
Yeah. So, it's the world is constantly changing, and I think a lot of monuments, like you said, in are going to break down. And of course, I think that's symbology for the old systems breaking down and showing us constantly that we cannot go back to how we were before. This is the time for huge change, and this is the time for us to move forward and do things in a new way. And unity will come from soul wisdom, not from the mind. It'll come from the soul. So yeah. Okay, are we ready to start the readings? And
yes,
I've just had
Akriti stepped in as well, so we have the whole tribe here.
We have the whole tribe. Awesome. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes,
so we're starting with Zara, aren't we? We're starting with Zara, who is apparently sunburned, and it's 2 a.m. So Zara has asked a few questions. She said she just wants a general reading, but I know how much Zara, she wants me to sell my runes. Because I know how much you love my runes, I'm going to do a rune reading for you, and that will give Kaija some time to do the drawing.
I do a drawing for Zara, yes.
So just bear with us because we're just experimenting as well. So, we're all just having fun together. So Zara, and thank you, Sîan, for allowing Zara to go ahead, because she's in Canada. She's currently on holidays and apparently sunburned and still awake, waiting for us to give her reading. So thank you for being so gracious and allowing Zara to go first. All right, beauty, Zara. I'm going to draw a rune out for you. Let me have a look in my magic box. Okay. Drawn to this one. So just bear with me until I find the channel reading that goes with this symbol. Okay. So these are really, really special to me. Like I said, I did them when I was studying metaphysics, and they have been all channeled and energy and intention have been put into them. So it's really special for me to be able to use them. Okay, Zara, so this is your rune. Hopefully you can see that.
Wow.
So without even looking at the explanation, that the channeled message that I have for it, I think this is like really indicative of how you feel at the moment, like, or how you have felt maybe in the last month or so, where it's like this zigzag, and it's like you've been a bit all over the place. And I know you're traveling at the moment, so I don't mean on a location basis. I mean in a soul space. And you know what, I will even go as far as headspace, that you've been sort of like there and then there and then there and then there. I think this is really indicative of where you've come from, in terms of trying to be that person that does everything, that I need to be here, okay, I need to be here, no, I need to be there, I need to do this, I need to do that. So I think this rune has come out for you because it's actually showing you how far you've actually come, like where you are at now, and the headspace and the soul space and the heart space that you're actually at now. It has been like, it hasn't been a straight line. It's been a zigzag of a journey. But I actually believe that you're gaining. They're saying to me you're gaining clarity. You actually are gaining a lot more clarity. So which means that you've done the work, like you've gone through and you've really soul searched, and you've really gone down deep into the depths of yourself to find the answers, because we all know the answers are within. And you've had a lot of questions, and you've had a lot of uncertainty, and you've had a lot of doubt, and you've like, okay, have I done the right thing? Have I made the right decision? But by you taking that leap of faith, and they really want you to look at the journey that you've taken, and the journey that you've taken has been this zigzag, and we're all work in progresses. You know, we're all constantly healing, and the healing journey never ends. However, they really want you to look at yourself and where you are now compared to where you were before. And I'm gonna look at the channeled reading now that I've got when I actually made this rune. Okay, so the title of the rune is Confidence. Master oneself, accept oneself, be strong, embrace and be thankful. So it's really in line with what I was receiving, because it's like, have confidence. You know, have confidence in yourself, have confidence in your decisions. You've gone through a lot of change, you've gone through a lot of challenge, you've gone through a lot of, let's just say, muck and zigzagging and here, there, everywhere, to be able to get to this place. And now you're there. You're actually there. And I think in the next 6 months, like the first half of the year was very chaotic for you. But I think in the next 6 months, because you've got such clarity, and you've found the meaning, and you've found what's important to you, and you've been able to have the courage to step into making decisions of closing things down or walking away from things in order for you to focus on the things that are the most important. This is where you have the confidence. So this is where you're at. You know, look at your progress. Look at how much self-mastery you've actually achieved. You know, trust and accept and embrace that, and be thankful for the journey. You know, this journey has been a really challenging one. Everyone has got a challenging journey, and it's not a straight line, it's full of zigzags. But you're at a point of clarity now, and have the confidence within yourself to step out in that new clarity. You've done the inner work. Now it's time to step out in that clarity. So That's the message I get for you, Zara. So I'm hoping that resonates with you, and I'm hoping your sunburn is not going to be too bad. It's very cold here in Sydney and we're on lockdown. So enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the weather, enjoy the water, maybe put some lotion on, just saying, so you don't get burnt. But thank you again so much for staying up late to join us. And I will now pass over to Kaija.
Sarah, I was listening and I was painting at the same time. I will show you the painting in a minute. And I was already so touched. I don't know if it was a painting, the message, everything coming together. So I show you what I painted for you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What I got while I was painting and listening to the message of Antoinette, that you come to your roots now. You come, and these are the roots of your soul. And it is one thing is through the work you have done, all the work, and you have hard work in the last years, really hard, made a hard work. And the other thing is what you stepping in now, the work with Indigenous people. I can't tell you what, but you will. Maybe it's past lives you had in the tribe. I don't know, but you will. This will bring back parts of your soul that were missing, and this will bring such a freedom in your whole system. It's already starting since you stepped in that work. And I had really moments, tears coming up, and such a deep, being so deeply touched of what is happening in your life at the moment. And all will start to bloom. You know, I started to paint this little heart, and I remember that I made a painting for you with a tree with hearts coming out, and these were hearts. These were, back then I had the feeling these were people around you, but this is your heart going out and blooming in every direction. And on the other hand, your heart, your soul really rooting. Like this was coming back to your roots. You come back to your roots on a soul level at the moment.
Beautiful.
I will send you a picture. I will all send pictures of the painting. I don't know, Antoinette, if you see something. This is, well.
I'm just going to write down the rune that I pulled, Zara, so that I can remember. Yeah, it's rooted in your soul. That's the message that I'm getting, and this newfound confidence that you have, and I think the heart being, you know, rooted down there is that, you know, it's strong and it's confident, and you're ready to share it with the world. So you've built the foundation for it. It's not floating, it's actually grounded. So, you know, it's time for you to fly, Zara.
Yeah, and in a really, this confident what you said, Antoinette, in a really so in peace with yourself, and such a deep knowing where to go, what to do, without, as if your mind has not any longer a chance. It might try to distract you, and you will identify, okay, this is my ego, this is what's going on forever and ever. And you know, at the same time, this is not your truth.
Yeah, absolutely. Your ego is not, your headspace is not going to interfere. That you're that solid, like you're that solid in that root system now, that when the thoughts or the, you know, the monkey mind starts coming in, you'll be able to say, no, I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart.
I go in this. I connect with this. And then it's becoming so quiet in your whole system and such a deep peace. Okay.
Sounds awesome. Thank you, Zara, for staying up, and please look after that sunburn.
Yes. Aloe vera and lavender oil. This mixture is perfect to heal.
And enjoy your trip with Nico. And we're loving seeing the photos on Facebook.
Yes. And have a good night's sleep.
You may go to bed now.
Yes. And we go on with Sîan.
Now, Sîan, has she actually asked for something in particular? I'd love a general reading, she said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm drawn to the rune again, so I hope that's okay for me to pull a rune for you.
And I will paint.
Okay, so this is your rune. I don't. Yes, probably pretty self-explanatory. How
I got a clear information when I see this symbol. I don't know what the symbol is. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And so this is your rune, Sîan, and it's the heart, obviously. Let me see what messages I get as I hold it. As I hold it, I feel a lot of emotion coming up. I don't know whether you're going through a really hard time at the moment about something or someone in particular. I feel that all your emotions have come to the surface because I'm feeling a deep connection, like empathically. I'm feeling a very strong emotions. I think you've actually allowed yourself to feel them, whereas I think it's taken you a while to actually get to a point where you give yourself permission to feel your emotions. And I just feel like this outbreak, this your heart is just, I don't want to say breaking, I want to say breaking open. And I don't know whether you've had to deal with some grief around something or someone, but I feel that you've actually allowed your heart to speak, and you're actually hearing your heart speak, and you're not afraid. I want to say you're not afraid anymore of those feelings that I think you used to really shut down inside because you were just too afraid to acknowledge them, and it was just easier on you on every level to not actually feel them, so you would block them out. But I feel that you're also going to find a new level of self-love and self-worth from allowing yourself to feel these emotions within you that have held you back or have brought you down. But by having the courage and the vulnerability to open your heart space, and to be able to actually sit with those feelings, you've gained and you will continue to gain a deeper sense of self-love, and with that will come direction, like will come clarity, because you'll be able, you've allowed yourself to actually connect with your authentic self. And I just feel a lot of emotion around the heart chakra and the heart space, and whether or not you've been going through healing or grieving or maybe forgiveness, but there's a new level of acceptance There's a new level of self-worth. And I'm going to look at the channeled reading that went with this with this rune when I created it. And it's called love. So, and as we know, love is all encompassing. It can be self-love, it can be love for another person, it can be love coming in, it can be you giving love to others, it can be compassion, it can be acceptance. So really, really broad. But the messages that I channeled with that when I made that rune was self-love, which I've already spoken about, kindness, unconditional love, total love, entire love on all levels. So I really feel with you, it's the self-love component that has been challenging for you, and you don't have any problem with giving love. It's more a problem with receiving love, but it's also a challenge for you with self-love. But it's like your heart is being opened and you're able to access those parts of you that you had shut out. That's what I really feel like is the meaning of this rune for you, specifically, in that you've made contact with those parts of you, and you're going through your process, and you're actually healing yourself from those wounds that have stopped you from accepting who you are and your authenticity and your truth. So and you know what, they're just telling me, be proud of how far you've come and how you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable, because being open in your heart space is always vulnerable. It's always vulnerability. And no matter who you are or what you do, to open your heart space is to be in your vulnerability. And for some of us, it's really difficult to do. So keep opening up that heart space and be proud of how far you've come, and embrace the love of the support that you have around you, and allow them in. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. It's okay for you to be able to receive the love of your loved ones, or those who support you. So yeah, that's your rune for today. So I shall pass over to Kaija now.
Yeah, Antoinette, so beautiful and so well, this is your painting. So much resonance with what I found and I was getting when I was listening and painting at the same time. So I've got this image of something has cracked your heart open. Either it was something around you, or you allowed a heart cracking open as well. I believe this was not an easy moment or easy process, but it is like a protection mechanism that was important for a long time. Has fallen away, and it might feel like being naked at the moment. And there's so much healing of your heart taking place. And you're somebody, you cared so much for others. And you're very strong for others. And showing up in this way, naked, out of your heart space and vulnerable, is so new for you. And deeply frightening on a level, but you don't have any chance anymore to be different and to feel what's going on, and to feel what's going on in you first of all, because you felt for everybody else what's going on around you and took care of them. And now it's about really allowing yourself to feel what's going on in your heart. And to take care of your heart as well. And in that way, as Antoinette said, to allow yourself to receive. It's not easy for you. And yeah, and I don't know what happened, but you have to receive at the moment. You have no other chance. Life life has cared for you. So, and I see this heart what is so open, and I don't know if you can see, this is like energy waves protect them your heart. And there's this sweet rose energy and the green for the healing energies. And this, I have got the feeling, is like your heart is held. And in the hands of angels, in the hands of your loved ones. You don't have to hold your all what's coming up alone. And I get this, there's so much healing of your heart taking place. And what Antoinette said, to be proud, it is all also, even when we feel weak, when we are vulnerable, there's so much strength in showing up vulnerable. And this is so much more strength or powerful than holding up these armors all the time, what's really exhausting as well on a level and needs strength as well. But the real power is coming through when we show up vulnerable. And this is what you're asked to do. And I could think you have no other chance at the moment than to show up vulnerable and to receive the love. And there's something in you really that is expecting that you will get hurt with this open heart, because this was your experience when you were a child. And like one beautiful surprise after the other, how much love you receive in this vulnerable state. And take this in, take all this really in, and let it sink in your whole system, your heart, your cell system, to incorporate this experience of not being alone when your heart opens. I hope this has resonated. I don't know, Antoinette, if you have something else to.
No, I don't think so. And it's I love it how everything just flows. It's just incredible. It's just the magic, and it's just, you know, it's beautiful to see. Then, you know, to pick a rune and then to see Kaija's drawing and to see how they coincide. And how they synchronize, and that's really, really, really special. So thank you for joining us. Okay.
Now we have Christiane.
Christiane.
Yeah.
Hi, Christiane. Thank you for joining us again. Has she asked us for a specific?
I haven't seen that.
I'm just going through. Hello to Vanessa too. She was on. Hello, Danny. Hello, Sita. Hello, Akriti. Oh, we're just going through the comments, so just bear with us.
Yeah. That Christiane.
No, I don't think she's asked for a specific.
No.
So for you, Christiane, I think I did a rune for you last month. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
However, I'm being drawn to get you a card from the Lemuria deck.
Oh yeah! Wow.
I haven't actually used this deck much, but it's a very beautiful deck that has got amazing art, which I've become to acknowledge and appreciate more since I've started doing my own art. So I'm just going to get a card for you, Christiane. And
she's traveling as well at the moment.
Oh, so she's traveling, so you may not be.
She's coming to the south of France.
Oh, woohoo!
Yeah. We will meet each other in person.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So safe travels for you, Christiane. I don't know if you're listening in this moment or not, but I'm just going to ask for 2 cards. So I'm just going to ask. Okay, so they want me to show you this one for general guidance for you. Okay. Here's your card. So there were 2 cards that came flying. There were 3 actually, but they're wanting me to show you these 2. So I'm in this order. So this first card is called Gracious Receptivity. And Christiane, this is all about receiving. Already there seems to be a bit of a theme happening in tonight's readings. Even though we're using different methods and different tools, but it seems to be a common theme about receiving and acceptance coming out. So I'm just looking at the picture, and if you look at I think they might be hummingbirds. I'm not actually sure, but I think the birds might be hummingbirds. And I get, when I look at when I feel about hummingbirds, I'll just move this, I'll get this right. I feel a sense of peace. Like I really, they're so gentle, and they're so beautiful in their features, and they're so they're colourful, and they're so unique. And I think this is a reflection of who you are, Christiane. You're so gentle and beautiful and unique, and as well as, you know, being always a giver, you know, always giving love, always giving out a lot. And so I look at the hands here, and your guides are asking you to be receptive, to be open to receiving again. So it's this theme of allowing your heart to open, allowing yourself to receive, and knowing that you are deserving to receive. And the picture is you know, the beautiful Lemurian, you know, holding out her hands and ready. You know, it's like your guides are telling me, you're ready to receive now. You're ready to open up your heart. And whether or not that means to someone else, or whether that means to yourself, it's like, you know, your wings are opening up. Like you've got, if I look here, there's butterflies around, and there's a real like strong color of blue. So, and if you look closely, you might be able to see in that there's actually an eye sitting right in the middle of the throat chakra. So I think for you, you continue with the expression. Expression for you is important, and whether or not that means speaking or writing, or, you know, writing something down, writing a letter, burning it, not giving it to the person. You know, some sort of peace has to be made. I'm getting something to do with peace, because when I feel the hummingbirds, I just feel like this gentle, beautiful inner peace and harmony. So I think for you, there's something that you would like to, would like to express. And I think in that expression, it's going to bring you a lot of vision and clarity, and open yourself up to receive. So perhaps it might be, like I said, writing or speaking something. But if you look at the picture, you can see these beautiful wings coming out from up here, and also I think they're also lower down here as well. So it's almost like your guides are saying, you know, you're been gaining your strength, you've been gaining your courage, and opening your heart, and in that process your wings have been forming. And I also see that there's a nice little jewel here over the third eye. And that to me means that your conscious level, you're shifting, your vibration is shifting. And the second card that came out, and I'll move to that one now because it's linked into the third eye, is about awareness.
Wow. Interesting. This is so interesting with my painting. This is so interesting, Antoinette.
So we get flabbergasted, we get like surprised, because we just cannot believe in the magic that comes out in these lives, how it's all synchronized. So
can I hold up the painting just at this
Sure.
moment?
Sure.
Just
don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? That's
isn't that interesting?
That is total magic. And even the colors and the, you know, and it's just this opening up. And I think it's, and I'll pull over to Kaija in a minute so that she can explain what she's getting. But the synchronicity is just incredible. So, you know, it's just and the pink and the indigo and if you look inside that, in the middle there, in the middle, I'll work this out in a minute. In the middle there, the eye, like the eye is very, very powerful. And that to me is the next step in awakening your consciousness and awakening your awareness, that third eye opening and activating, and you being aware of the gifts that you have, and accepting your intuition and listening to your intuition, and you know, being able to embrace the gifts, your psychic gifts, and your vision, and all of that, and you know, vision is in both of these, like the eye and the throat, and then the eye here, but the jewel sitting on her third eye, you know, it's time for it to open, and it's coming from a higher heart level, because the pink, there's a lot of pink as well as blue, so it's coming from your soul space, not from your head space. So
you know, the wings here, I see the wings and the beauty and the grace, and then this power coming out of this awareness.
Yeah.
And what I had, first of all, I started to paint the spiral here. I step in, we can
absolutely go ahead.
This from inside out, from outside in. So this where the words coming. So the more you live from your real truth, the truth of your soul, your heart, and spread this, and just by living this and embodying this word again, it goes out, and there's so much power as well. Power is this word again, and then it comes back. And it is not about doing, or it's not about doing something. It's just being more and more yourself and following this immense inner wisdom that you have. And what is in you since millions of lifetimes, I don't know, millions of eons of years. And obviously we have chosen, as most of us, or all of us, this lifetime to crack it open and to let you be your true self. And I think this journey you in front of you, we talked yesterday, will show you parts of your soul. You will collect parts of your soul. You will come a huge step closer to yourself, and cracking open and embodying and making connections here and experience during your journey. And there's something really innocent about your going out, how you are. And what is beautiful as well, as you leave your usual environment, where you're seen like a certain Christiane, as people know you like a certain person. This journey, when you will make connections on your journey with people, and you will show up without knowing on a totally other way, and this will be mirrored to yourself. And this experience will help you to embody, and not just to embody because you already embody, but to like root this new true being yourself. So then when you come back in your usual environment, you will be another person. And it will be so natural for yourself. You will surprise people. You will surprise yourself then. Okay. This is what I have.
I just want to say, Christiana, I was really drawn to this deck, this particular event, and I think it's going to be relevant for some people, and it's definitely relevant for you, because I was guided to pull the card for you from that deck, because I really think you have your soul is a very old soul, and you have a lot of, I don't know if you've had any connection to Lemuria or you've actually tapped into any of that yet, but they said to me it was very important for you that I draw the card from this deck. So I think it's going to be a clue for you going forward, and in your awakened awareness, that where you're going to start to recover and remember some of the wisdom and the gifts that you have built through your soul's journey. So you have a lot of wisdom to share, and we are being called to unite through our soul wisdom. So it was a really, really strong force to pick the cards out for you. So I hope that helps, and wherever you are traveling, I hope you're safe, and you will have a wonderful time catching up with Kaija. I'm so jealous.
We will meet as well, Antoinette. Somewhere in this lifetime, we will meet each other in person.
It will happen. It will happen.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Anca is the next one.
Anca. Okay, Anca, I'm drawn to draw a card for you from the Starseed Oracle. So this is this one. And I think you've just asked for a general reading. Okay, just whatever is important for me right now in regards to my life. Okay, awesome. Okay, Anca, I'm going to open this deck and shuffle a card for you. I'm going to ask the angels and guides to send some guidance to Anca. What does Anca need? Okay, that was pretty quick. Okay. All right, Anca. So this is your card. Water your garden. Let me just get that into focus.
Beautiful.
Sorry, guys. I'm new at this thing, so just bear with me.
So but it's okay. I think it's just the writing that is a bit fluid.
Okay. So the writing, so it says water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So for you, Anca, I think you need to self-care. I'm feeling that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Mm-hmm. I feel that there is some impatience there. There is like, when is this going to happen to me? When is what I want? When is the life that I want going to happen to me? Mm-hmm. And I feel that there's some frustration as well there. So when I look at this picture, there's a picture of somebody just bathing, and I think it's an important thing for you to cleanse your space and for you to cleanse yourself right now. I know that you're very sensitive to energy, and I think you're picking up a lot of outside energy that doesn't belong to you, and it's actually affecting you a lot in terms of feeling very frustrated and impatient, and I don't want to say angry, but just frustrated. And I feel like you don't really give a lot of time to yourself. And one of the themes for July is self-care and reflection. And I think for you it's really, really paramount right now. And I just feel like I know it's summer over there, so I'm hoping that you're able to go to the beach or, somewhere where you're able to cleanse, because I'm feeling the water is really, really important for you. So I don't know if you're able to get to the water, whether it be ocean or river or lake or wherever you live. But I really feel like you need to immerse. The word that's coming through is immerse yourself. Immerse yourself in your quiet space and allow yourself to feel peace. That's a direct message that they're saying to you. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Everything is in divine timing. I know you're wanting this. However, it needs to come with steps, they're saying. And like this, I think this, I don't know if it's the sun or the moon in the picture, but in the picture itself, there's like this beautiful light, and it's like the person in the picture is looking towards the light. And for me, the light of the sun or the moon in the picture is showing me that you're looking forward, like you're looking at this life that you want, this light that you want. And you feel like you've been working so hard to get towards it. But for me, it's like you need to do some cleansing, you need to do some reflection, and water is around our emotions. So I would say that they're wanting you to sit with your emotions, but do not judge them. Be gentle on yourself, and don't fall into old patterning or old conditions where you may not be allowed to wish, you may not be allowed to think about what you possibly want. So allowing yourself to be open and understanding to yourself, and not have judgment around what is coming up for you, and not have judgment around what it is that you want and how you want to live, and this light, this light is your future and what you're working towards. But it's really, really important to rest and give yourself some TLC, whichever way that works for you, even if it's just having some time out, or just, enjoying the sun, or enjoying the weather. It's warmer. It should be warmer over there where you are. And just having some time out and knowing that it's okay. And you will do your steps, you will walk and the water is your emotions. You will do your steps, you will step through your emotions, you will step through them. Just love them and love yourself, and allow yourself to be in your space, and not have the judgment around what you're feeling or what you want to achieve. So nourish and nurture yourself, Anca. That's really important for you for this month, and in very much in line with one of the themes of being, self-care and relaxation, and being able to rest when you can, because you're going through a lot of change, and it's actually quite draining on your body, and we all are, and I think we're all pretty much drained and tired. And we need to make sure that we have time for ourselves, and not be so pushed to work or to achieve something, and just say, okay, now I've worked, but now I want to have some time out. So self-care, very, very important for you, Anca, this month. I'm going to go over to Kaija now. Thank you.
Yeah, this is so interesting, Antoinette. It's really so. So the first thing I painted was this one, and I got the information, Anca, you are held. When I painted, you are held. And when I painted and listened to you at the same time, it is really so resonating with what I get. Anca, you're in a huge transformation at the moment, and you're really, there's something cracking. It is like leaving an old concept of how you thought your life should be behind, and it feels not any longer right, but the new one is not there. And you're in this in-between that is not comfortable. And what Antoinette said, you want to be on the other side, and you get glimpses, and you want to be, and you want to do it. That this doing is coming out of the old. And it might confuse your mind, but what Antoinette told you and what I get totally, that part of the healing process of the cracking open is doing nothing and just surrendering. And not doing healing, just letting it happen. And in ways that might be completely different than you thought. So I can totally relate to what Antoinette said, that what's first of all needed is self-care at the moment, and relaxing and surrendering and letting go of any thought what you have to do to accelerate your healing, because it is disturbing your healing in a way. It is stepping in your own way. And the more you can relax and go in nature, connect with water, and trust, even when a part of you is not at all trusting, that you are held and that the universal forces are working in your favor. And this relaxing and taking care of yourself is doing your healing. Because this is something you haven't allowed yourself, not really, for a long time. And when you do out of this mind what says, I have to do this for my healing, I have to do this, I have to process this, I have to work, I have to search for work, you block that what is there for you can come to you. But when you go to even you're living in a city, to a swimming pool, to I don't know if you have public swimming pools, connect with water, even when you know it's not natural, it's not the healthiest water, but this water will clean you, will help you to surrender. And just lying in the sun, we had a chat today. Antoinette allowed herself to sit just 2 hours in the sun today, and she's such a hard worker and doing so much work. And it is these little spots when healing is happening.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, we think we have to keep going, and we put so much pressure on ourselves, but we can stop if it's just for a couple of hours, and then we'll go back and we'll be feeling very much more energized, and that, you know, the message is, Anca, keeps coming, stop putting pressure on yourself.
Yes. And all what you wish for is there and will come to you. Don't worry. Don't let your mind tell you anything else. Don't let your mind tell you that you have to do a lot of things to reach what you wish for. And it might look totally different than you imagine at the moment, because, and this is for everybody, we can't imagine the new. We don't know it. And we try it with what we know, but this is the old way. And what is really asked for you, really the first information when I was painting this, you are held. You're cared for. Surrender, again and again. Remind yourself to surrender and take care of yourself.
Thank you, Anca. Thank you for coming and joining us again, and always supporting us so much. And I hope that helps.
Yes, me too. Thank you very much.
Again, and always just trying to get the comments up, and sometimes.
And Vanessa is the next one.
Vanessa?
Yes, Vanessa.
And thank you, Vanessa. Vanessa is in Victoria, so she knows very well what it's like to be in lockdown.
Affected as well.
Sorry?
she's affected as well.
Well,
with
no,
lockdown.
not this time, but
Not yet.
she's been in lockdown many times. So thank you for sending us Sydney siders love, because we're in lockdown and dealing with all of that at the moment. So thank you, Vanessa, for your beautiful words. Okay, Vanessa, I'm drawn to a rune for you. So I hope that's okay for me to do that for you. Sorry, I'm just...
She wrote that the general and whatever comes up, something like that.
Okay, thank you, Kai. So I'm going to pick a rune for you, Vanessa.
For the month of July, general reading.
July general reading. So we're just talking about sun, and Vanessa, your rune for July.
Beautiful. They are so beautiful, your runes, and deeply touching.
It was such a beautiful process doing them and channeling them, and now I can use them to help others, and that's really touches me very deeply.
I think you have to figure out after the work with the card deck how to reproduce them.
No pressure. Yes.
No pressure, surrender. It will come to you.
That's right. It will, and it's beautiful that you guys are really loving my runes, and it really means a lot to me. So yes, I will definitely give some thought as to how I can share them with the world. So Vanessa, when you look at this rune, the first thing that comes to me is like, well, there's two things actually that come up. So it's in the symbol of the sun, and you know, without looking at the message that I channeled, first thing I see is the sun, but then when I look at it again, I also see a wheel, and for me, I'm going to give you a little bit of a message on both interpretations. The actual channeled message, it's the symbol actually is shine. So it's, for me, it's like the first interpretation of the sun. So it's shine your light, be your light, shine bright. And when I look at the message that goes with the rune, it says bright, the stars, the moon, the glow, the light, illuminate, show your real self and create. So with the sun, obviously it's our warmth, it's our light. It shows us the way during the day. There's so many different interpretations of sun, and you can even go on the basis of the divine masculine being the sun. So it's about doing and taking action. And I think it's the sun for you is, it means shine, but it's also asking you to take some sort of action and create. Now, I don't know in what form, whether it will be something artistic, or whether it's a new job or a new pathway, or it can be anything. However, I'm feeling a strong sense of stepping into your power, shining your light, illuminating, creating, opening up, and showing that to the world. So again, we go on the theme for tonight of unity through soul wisdom. So it's the sun rune is really asking you, the shine rune, is really asking you to glow and to light up and to show your real self. So you're really, really afraid to show your real self, and that there's a lot of conditioning around that, and what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable, I feel. This rune is calling you now to shine your light, to not be afraid, to actually activate the divine masculine within you and step into the action and take your real self and express it outwards in some sort of creative form, or and creation doesn't necessarily mean art. It can be anything that you create. And I feel that on the interpretation of a wheel, and this is just new information that's coming through now about the wheel, it's like the wheels are turning, times are changing, things are changing around you, things are changing around everyone. But now they're calling you to turn your wheel, and it's like it's like your soul is your wheel, and it's asking you to turn it. And often we say the wheel of fortune, like and like I'm getting an image of this wheel turning and then just stopping, and then just turning again, and then just stopping, and it's almost like, I want to say, have a go. And she's an Aussie, so she can relate to this slang that you people in Europe and around the world may not. We say, oh, have a go, have a go at it, and not be afraid. And I feel like the wheel is like, turn those wheels, turn the soul, open your heart, open your soul, turn it around, step into action, step into your divine masculine. Be practical, figure out how you're going to do it, and then spread it out, spread that light out, spread that shine that light out to the world. And it's the time for us to unite with soul wisdom. And you have a lot of soul wisdom that you can share, and you just need to believe in yourself and believe in your light, and they keep saying to me, take action, take action. So I don't know if there's a decision maybe that you're wanting to make, or you've been putting off making, but they really want you to step into your sun, which is your divine masculine, and take action, and have thought around it, and plan it, and be creative, and then take it out. So yeah, so shine, Vanessa, shine. And also the metaphor about the wheel, which was just coming in during the reading. So I hope that helps and gives you some direction for July and which way you should be going. Have confidence in yourself and show your real self, because there is true wisdom there, and start taking the action to be able to show your real self to the world. And we can't wait to see who you are. And I shall pass over to Kaija. Thank you.
Vanessa, once more, your painting. And the first, what I started with was a violet here. And violet, I don't know, at the moment here it's connected for me with the soul, and the soul wisdom and the depth of the soul. And this was the first information coming through, listening to internet and painting and letting the information in. But I've got the feeling that your soul is shouting at you at the moment. That there's so much wisdom of your soul coming up, but is a bit confronting for what you're conditioned. And it is really pushing you. It is really so, it's like a little fight in you, maybe a big fight. But this wisdom is coming up, and there's so much, it is surprising you sometimes in situations, and you know things, and you know how it would be right, how it would feel right. And then it's the actual situation, and it feels different, or people want you to be different, or you think that you have to be different. Maybe it's even not other people, but it's really your conditioning that is asking you to be different. Your belief system. Let's take it like this, or say like this. And this is really confusing for you and irritating. And what if you allow at a first step to be in the situation like it is, and let all this be there, and just let this wisdom of your soul be there without directly acting it out, even when you're asked to act it out. And I have the feeling it will be, you have to ground it first of all in yourself before you can become this shining sun. Because there is a step to make to really allow yourself to embody this wisdom and to show it to the world, to shine your light. This will happen, but you can't see this at the moment. For the moment, this is pressing and wanting to come out and wanting to come out, and it feels uncomfortable. It is frightening because you are not there. This will happen. This shining, and what Antoinette said was a wheel. This is so interesting because you're in a big transformation. It's nearly everybody on earth at the moment. So you're not alone in this.
Nope.
That's all. Nope. And this, you feel this pressure to make the next step and the fear to make the next step, because this will come when you make the next step. But what you feel for the moment, and there's a truth in it, that you will really leave something behind you. What was you were used to this. There's something comfortable in it because you know it. And follow totally the truth of your soul, of your heart. This is something you have experienced like this little, but make this big step, what is asked of you at the moment. And at the end, it's kind of like for Anca to surrender and to breathe in this, and to let the fear be there as well, that people can find you weird and different, and we all are. And it's again and again for me as well, and I don't know, Antoinette, you might know it as well, to step out with this, let's call it spiritual part of us. What yeah, I'm so in resistance with this word spiritual, because for me this is an etiquette, a stamp. You're spiritual.
Yeah.
For me, this is what is our true nature.
Our authentic self. Yeah.
Yes. And of every human being. And putting away all these masks. And just being there. And there's so much power when you do this step. There's so much power in this. And this is what Antoinette said with the heart, and what I see as well. You will shine so bright just by being yourself. Yeah, I got goosebumps when I tell.
Yeah. And she's already, Vanessa has written in the comments, Kaija, that she's actually been creating in the last months. And beautiful. She's been creating art, and she's actually having a go, as we say in Aussie land. And I just want to say, Vanessa, thank you for sharing that with us, because
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, how our guidance is resonating for you, and how you've already started to take that action and explore, you know, and have the courage to explore, and you've already stepping into your it's beautiful, because you're stepping into your divine feminine with your creativity, but then you're also stepping in your divine masculine by taking action. So, and June was all about balance, you know, the yin and the yang, and inner harmony.
Unity.
And
unity.
And it's just
beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Go for it, Vanessa. We believe in you.
We do, and it's beautiful to hear that you're taking that courage, and, you know, listening to your soul whispers, and creating that beautiful art. And we can't wait to see what you're going to create. And you know, but take your time. It's all in divine timing. You know, it's, as much as we want to rush the process. I mean, many times I've become frustrated with my card deck, that, you know, I want to rush the process, and then something happens to slow it down, and I'm like, okay, all right, it's, you know, something, it's all in divine. And now I know it's because I'm meant to launch in August. So yeah, it's just an example of how how we can, you know, be anxious and impatient and want everything to happen, you know, but take your time and listen to your soul and create beautiful art and express yourself and your real self through that. And that's beautiful that you shared that with us. So thank you.
And have a look as well, Antoinette, you know, you painted as well, and I do this painting. And just through the process of painting, no matter what will happen with the painting afterward, there's so much
Healing.
happening in us, healing taking place.
Absolutely.
And expressing ourselves on the level that's not coming from here.
No. And it's the beauty of the process, you know, and not, I mean, when I started creating, I didn't intend on actually publishing a deck. That wasn't, I was just playing as I thought I was just playing and expressing. So, you know, I guess it's important not to think of the end if there's going to be an end game, you know, and just go with the flow and use it as a cathartic healing process, because it's really healing on a very, very deep level. So I'm so happy to hear that, Vanessa. Makes us
it's amazing. You know, I just when I was young, I wanted to study art, and I stepped back from this because I put so much pressure on myself that I have to be good in art in a way, and judged myself and compared myself. And when I restarted painting with a child, and then I discovered this kind of intuitive painting, with letting go of an whatever will come out on the canvas, on the paper. I just follow what I do here as well. I'm pulled to a color, then a certain form is coming out, then it goes on, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy just the process of creating.
And you're already taking action because you're creating beautiful things. So thank you, Vanessa, for joining, and happy arting. Connect with your child.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Sita is the next.
Sita is next.
And I think she just wanted a general as well as I have.
Okay, Sita. You're telling me to draw a card from the Starseed Oracle for you. So I will go ahead and do that. Is it just a general reading, Kaija, for Sita?
Anything you just add around to whatever the source would like me to know.
Okay. All right.
I will
Card for Sita, guidance for July. What is it that you would like her to know? Wow, this is a beautiful card. This is your card, Sita. Jump in.
Wow. Oh, wow. The universe. Wow.
Oh, as I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So the card says, so this is from the Starseed Oracles, Sita. Adventure, say yes to change. Adrenaline energy. Now, I'm not quite sure what that means. You might have to Google that one. I don't know. I think it's something to do with cosmic energy, but I'm not actually familiar with that term. So I'll just go based on what I see in the card. So I hate to say it, Sita, but I think they're saying to me, no more procrastination. Your guides are being, and I'm sure you're feeling this, your guides are being a bit forceful in saying, Sita, my dear, no more procrastination. You know what you have to do. You've been preparing for a long time. You've been preparing your whole life for this, they're saying.
Not just this life. I think.
You've been preparing your whole life for this message. You know, it's time for you to take that giant leap of faith, which was another theme for July. So all your readings are falling into the channeled message that I received for the energies for July. But when I look at, you know, when it says adventure and say yes to change, but it's somebody jumping in, literally jumping in the middle of the universe. So it's like, to me, it's like no more outside, no more, like you're surrounded by the universe. Like there's so many colors in this beautiful card, and there's so much light and excitement, and I actually feel a feeling of excitement and adventure, and it's like a wide open child looking at the world in a different way, you know, or looking at the world for the first time, in that you're seeing things that you've never seen before, you're experiencing things that you've never experienced before, and you're in that childlike wonder, and it's like, just do it. Like, I it's like you're sort of I'm getting this image, and of course the card is jumping into the universe here, so jumping into faith and jumping into surrender. But it's like I'm getting this image of you being on the edge of this diving board, and you're just jumping and jumping, and the diving board is jumping with you, and you're preparing and you're maybe some procrastination in there as well, and as we all do, and then jump a bit more, jump, get closer to the edge, get closer to the edge, get closer to the edge. And I'm feeling like this real, this feeling of suspense. Like it's really like it's been brewing. It's the coffee pot is brewing and brewing and brewing, and it's just about ready. It's just about ready. And they're saying to you, right, you're ready, jump in. So I don't know if it's a new path that you're taking. I don't know if it's something that you're preparing to share with the world. You know, it's just whatever it is, they're just saying to me, jump in, tell her it's okay, tell her that she's done enough preparation, more than enough preparation. They're being very sarcastic, I might say, Sita. It's actually quite funny to feel this energy, and
a lot of fun in that as well.
like,
if you let it come through, Sita,
yeah,
there's a lot of fun
yeah,
there for you.
yeah.
If you let it arise.
If you let it, if you know, stop thinking you're not ready, or you know, if we keep on thinking, am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready? We're never going to be ready. Like, so the mind sort of kind of tells us we're not ready, but it's like this message is coming with such humor, and it's like, really, are you still thinking about it? Like, really, haven't we been preparing you for this? Haven't you prepared for this? And I think it's whatever it is, it's a massive change. Like it's something that you've never even, it's like,
imagine. She can't imagine.
Can't even imagine it. Thank you, Kaija.
It's not. Yes, this one is too limited to imagine what will happen then.
That's right. And it's like, it's when you jump in, you're going to create this ripple of this amazing color that is coming around and around, and all shades of color, and everything is going to change. And when you finally take that final step and say, I'm going to have a go, I'm going to do it, it's that breakthrough. Like I'm just feeling you actually jumping into the water now, and the impact that you will have will be so huge that I can see like the ripple effect coming out, and it's the splash of the water of you jumping in, and you're going to do it with such certainty and such clarity that you won't even be able to see what you were experiencing before. Like you won't even, it will be so embracing for you, and it will be so comfortable for you that you won't even see what was behind, or you won't even think about what was behind. So they're really calling you to jump in, Sita. It's very, like, the comedy of your guides is quite interesting, in the very intelligent, sarcastic guide, that is really saying, really, do you really need a card so that you can actually jump in? So, but it comes from so much love and so much, and it's beautiful, because they're making it light. Like they're trying to make it light, and for me it's going to be fun, it's going to be open, and you're not going to know yourself. Like, you're just not going to know yourself, and I think you're even going to say to yourself, why did it take me so long to do this? But we all have a process, right? And honor the process. But it's time for you to jump in, beautiful Sita. Jump into whatever you desire. The universe is yours. The universe has got your back. And it's going to cause such a ripple effect, and there's just going to be so much color in your life and so much fun. So I will pass over to Kaija. She looks like she is in great anticipation to give you your message. So, whoo! Right.
You know, the first word or energy coming through, and there's so much fun, really, I send this, is passion. And there's so much power coming through you, and you use at the moment a lot of your power to hold this back. And this is exhausting because you're sitting on it, and it's becoming, sorry, I will become unpolite now, it's becoming really hot under your ass at the moment. You're cooking up, because this energy will flow.
Oh, Sita, I can
And
just
to suppress this is really hard work, and it will be life-changing. And I come back to this. This is frightening for everybody of us. But once you let this passion and power come through you, it will carry you, and it will nourish you. You will carry away with that. And then all these miracles will happen. You will make them happen, but it is even not making, it will happen through you, through this power. And this is passion of your heart, and passion of your passion, of your soul. And you will have so much fun. And this is something what, with this procrastination process, what Antoinette said, when you had studying, I'm not ready, I can't step out. And what will the people think of me? What will my family think of me? And you know, your husband is waiting for you to let this flow. Akriti is waiting for you to let this flow.
no,
They all feel it, and they feel how you suppress it and hold it back, and this is so exhausting, Sita, and you know that. You make this power nets because there's so much energy coming in, and you feel often so exhausted. And this is when your head's stepping in saying, no, we can't do this work. We don't have the power, because you use your power to hold this back. And this will carry you, and it is fireworks coming through you. So just, I know we gave you this information already. Go. Go. And it is in a way like, you know, what I told, what we had with Anca, it is surrendering in what is. But for Anca, it's more surrendering in the sweetness, and doing nothing. For you, it's also doing nothing. Just let this happen. Just let it come through you. and everything else will fall in place. And when you let this, and it is passion, you're such a passionate person, but you have, it's interesting because you live in England and there's this English politeness after you. What is beautiful. I love this.
We love that.
And you can keep after you, but you know, you can say after you, or you can say after you. And one thing is Sita, who's just trying to be a polite English person and be fitting in the system after you. But this is not you. This is not your power. This will come through you, and you will always be a loving, polite person,
always.
and caring person, because it's your nature.
It's your authentic self.
Let it flow. Let it burn. Let this
burn, babe, burn.
Yes. Let yourself be a firework, an explosion of love and passion. And I can tell you something, you can't really any longer hold this back. So don't do it any longer. Don't hold back. This will come through anyway. This is too powerful. Beautiful. So I hope this was helpful.
Sita's put up some laughing faces, so I think she's
if you want some more confirmation, come in the next wisdom circle, and we want you there with all this power, working it out, leaving it out.
With all of your passion and, you know, that burning ass stuff, we'll deal with that.
Yes.
Thank you, Sita. Thanks for
yes.
Thanks for having such a good sense of humor, because that's, you know, your guides are hilarious tonight. So, and
this will help you, your humor. In the moments of fear, step into the humor. Talk with your own I would say souls in your head, but this is not the soul. This is what your mind is telling you. This is interesting. And just your ego is so tricky, as all of our egos are.
Yeah.
Your ego will speak with your, pretend this is this voice of your soul telling you, no, we are not ready. Make jokes with this voice.
Yeah, that's a good point. Make jokes with it.
Say, yeah, lovely ego. I know you are the ego because my soul will not tell me to hold back. I will burn you. Joke with your ego. This will help you to let this come through.
It's such a funny reading, and it's
amazing.
It's just so crazy. So it's Sita, jump in.
Jump in. Just do it. With humor.
And Vanessa,
with humor and all your power.
Vanessa's written to Sita, just do it. Okay. Did Akriti want a reading? Kaija?
I think I think yes.
So we have a few more people. Please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly.
There's Jared.
There's Jared, and there's Aisha. Aisha, is that how you pronounce your name? So we're doing this in order. So is it Akriti that will be next, Kaija?
No, Danny and then Akriti.
Okay, Danny. All right, Starseed Oracle for you. I think they actually want me to take a card from each deck. So Danny, this is a card for you. So did she just want general guidance, Kaija?
I think yes. I
guidance for Danny.
And I will have a look, but I haven't seen anything.
Just bear with us as we work through the list. Thank you for coming on, Jared, and Aisha, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I'm not sure that Aisha is real, but Jared, you will get a reading in any case. Don't worry, you're the last.
Aisha, if you're still there, can you please write us another comment?
So, okay, we go to Danny.
Go to Danny. General guidance for Danny for July.
Danny.
Taking a while for a card to come out for you, Danny. I'm picking up a bit of a unsure feeling from you. And I think this is why the cards are not coming out so easily this time. Guidance for Danny.
Yeah, there's something interesting going on. You have
Yeah,
a card?
I'm actually picking up a bit of a chaotic energy. This is a beautiful card. This is Danny. This is your card. It's deep cellular healing, and I think this is why I'm picking up some chaos or some uncertainty or insecurity, because you're, and I mean, we keep saying this for everybody because it's just the time for massive transformation. So it says deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy. So that's linked to the Arcturians, which are cosmic beings, which I actually have a connection with myself. Physical and emotional healing. Now, with the Arcturian energy, I know that I connect to the Arcturian energy, and I know that it came into my awareness when I actually started my practice, and I guess counseling and supporting people. And for me, the Arcturians are actually connected to teaching, and you are a teacher. I already know that about you. So it's once again, I think you're expanding your consciousness. I know you're expanding your consciousness. And when I look at this picture, it's a deep, there's a picture of a beautiful lady there, changing her structure. I want to say changing her structure, and it's deep healing on a physical and an emotional level. It's the going through the process of your healing. It's like your composition at a soul level, at a cell level, is actually shifting and changing. And I've said this to you many times, in that you're going to do big things, and you've taken on a huge role with children. And we repeat this now and again, in the lives, because you are actually going through a bit of a chaotic time. It appears to be chaos. However, I sort of kind of feel like you're here, there, you're everywhere. And that's because you are healing on a deep cell level, which means that you are shifting and releasing and actually changing your DNA structure. Now that sounds like really, really scientific, but it's like you've come to this earth with a purpose, and you are a star seed, and you are connected to the cosmos, as we all are. But with you, the Arcturian energy is really, really important. So I think it would be good, if you haven't done any research about that energy, it would be good for you to do some research around that. They're very much linked to teaching. So it's But what I'm feeling is this space that you're at the moment is feeling chaotic to you. But we have to remember that a lot of the old systems are breaking down. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of debris. There's a lot of there can be a lot of loss with, you know, letting old systems fall down. And we're in this in-between period where we're actually gaining the strength and the awareness to be able to step away from the old system, allow our system to heal, and then move out into the new system. So you're very much, I feel like you're very much in this in-between space right now, and you need this in-between space for you to go through your physical and healing, because your healing is on a very, very deep level, and I think you're healing perhaps on a deeper level than you're consciously even aware of. And you're, you know, it's showing up for you in some sort of I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, and uncertainty and insecurity. But it's necessary for you to move, to be able to move on to the next phase of the development, and where you'll be able to implement and actually bring into existence some of the wisdom and some of the changes that you want to actually bring into the school system. But I'm also drawn to a card from the Lemuria deck, because I think it's also relevant. You know, that you're here to make big changes. Your purpose is to cement and bring about some new changes, and the chaos is part of ascension, in that when we're trying to break out of an old system or an old conditioning, that we find ourselves in chaos because we no longer align with the old system, and we're stuck in this in-between where we have to actually confront ourselves and do the deep healing before we're able to actually increase our frequency and vibration and move into ascension. So chaos is all around us at the moment, and it's necessary. It's a necessary part of the new earth that we've agreed to come here to bridge over for generations to come. So I'm just going to this card. Okay, so this card from the Lemuria deck is Luminescence. So they're really, so if you look at that card, it's just all heart-centered, and it, to me, it's like, again, like the wings are starting to grow at the side, but it's all in the heart space, and I think that you've had a lot of healing to do around your heart, and this is why it's such of a deep level, of a deep cellular level, where it's had to go, the healing has had to go to those inner cores, to those wounds that perhaps that I feel don't even maybe relate to this lifetime, that are actually wounds from previous lifetimes that you've carried, and the soul memories that you've carried. And it's like, when I look at this picture, it's like your vibration is shifting. If you look at the heart space there, you look at the heart space, and then it's got like it's almost like the heartbeat. And I think what's happening is, during this deep cleansing that you're doing, your cells are changing. You know, your inner DNA, it's on a very, very deep level. And I feel like I said, that these wounds are from eons and eons, and, you know, might even date back to Lemuria, where your heart has been broken and you've carried a lot of wounds. And the vibration will then shift. So this is like what's happening now, and you're feeling a bit lost and confused. But remember that the chaos is all part of ascension, and it will restructure your DNA, and you will be able to rise and illuminate and shift into that high vibration and have that luminescence that is in this beautiful card, where you're shining and you're glowing and you're embracing that new vibration, that high vibration that will allow you to step into further work around your purpose. So I will pass over to Kaija now and see what she has with the drawings.
This is your drawing. And the first thing what I painted was this. And I got this sentence, you're sitting on something. And when I listened to Antoinette, then it was so interesting that I got the feeling there's something going on and you don't understand it. And it's deeply frightening. And it is like you feel there is something and you can't grab it with your mind. And and it's right, you can't grab this with your mind. And this, it is in a way surrendering to what is happening and let you be infused. And this is the shining and the wisdom of your soul from, like Antoinette said, from several lifetimes, that will infuse you, that will just take place in you, that will unfold in you, and this will change you on a cell memory level. And your mind tries to control this at the moment. And what I found interesting as well, that I see you like in a healing bubble, so very protected. You're very, very protected. And yes, so the colors are not so good. This is all in rose colored, and there's this bit chaotic but green healing energy around you. So what I feel it is about surrendering and letting happen what needs to happen without understanding it, and accepting that you can't understand it, and let your mind talk and say, yeah, but what, and what happened then, and what will it do to me, and what will happen with my system, and how will my life look like? Let it talk. We are human beings. We are conditioned that our mind has to control and to understand everything. This is really human. Let it talk and listen and just dive into your heart and breathe. And breathe and dive into your heart, ground. Nature can help you, water as well. And let this process happen. It is happening anyway. The less you try to understand it, the easier it will be. And on another level, your heart and your soul are understanding, because it is really like you merge with your true self. I don't know if this makes sense. You merge with yourself at the moment. And this true self is to a certain level unknown to you, because it was not allowed until now. And it's just, I can tell you, miracle will happen. And this is like it's interesting, because you're talking about cell memories and the cell level, like the sun and the shining. You're already shining. This, when you let yourself, I see this is you, be infused by all these levels of what is more you and will come through you. And let every cell of your system be infused with these different layers of what is your true self and your wisdom and your big healer as well. And I said there's a lot of healing wisdom coming through you, and you have chosen on a soul level, you work with children really perfect, because your mission in a way for this moment of time is to heal people before they get conditioned completely, to remember them to stay in their true nature, little human beings. And you will, the more you are yourself, you embody this, you don't have to teach this to the children, because they can pick up on you, on your energy, on your cell system. I hope this is making sense for you. It's just your presence in the classroom as a teacher will remember the children to stay true and to connect with your true self again, where they have already been conditioned. So you will do on one level the work with awareness and meditation, and on another level your pure presence of being you, being the starseed, being this amazing, powerful, beautiful you, will remember them to be their beautiful, powerful, true them. And this has to be allowed to arise. And you have nothing to do, just surrender and breathe and listen to your mind. This will panic here, obviously, and protect you, because it is conditioned to do that. So it's doing an amazing work on another level. And let it talk and say, yes, I hear you. Yes, I feel the fear in my system. Yes, I don't know where this will lead to. And let it happen anyway. So I hope this makes sense. And I send you a lot of love.
Yeah, we send you lots of love. And I was listening to what Kaija said, and it's like the message you're giving me is you're already leading. You're already leading by example. And
yes,
you are through the implementation of the meditation and the things that you've introduced into the classroom, you're actually they want to say to me halting the conditioning so that children are still able to be themselves. So they see you as this incredible light, and you are this incredible light, but at the same time, allow yourself to go through the process, because you're going through some really, really deep healing. And please, if you need support, please reach out to either of us. We're here for you. Thank you, Danny.
I'll come in the Wisdom Gathering Circle next week. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely. Okay.
So then we have Akriti now. And Jared, you will be the last one. Don't worry, we'll come to you. And we will see what Spirit will tell you through us. And thank you, Danny. So
Akriti.
We make Akriti and then
Akriti, I'm drawn to a rune for you. So let's do a rune reading for you. Now I know that Akriti has just finished her university degree, I believe.
Yes, she did.
Okay. So it's very the rune that I've picked out for you is very okay. Akriti, this is your rune. Oops, this way. And when I look at this, I feel like you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. You've finished your study, your official study. And before looking at the actual, my internet's playing up, so hopefully I'm still on. So looking at the actual picture, I feel like it's It's funny because it's what's coming up for me is you're at a crossroads and you're getting a little bit frustrated. So again, we have an ongoing theme here as well, where a few people in the reading are at right now, and that you're sort of like really getting a little bit frustrated and a bit unsure, and okay, what's next for me? Basically, like what's coming up next? I really don't know what direction I need to go. And it's interesting because when I look at the sacred rune and the channeling that happened when I made this rune, it's actually called the rune of patience. So you're being asked to be patient, which is not always an easy thing for us to do, because we want it, and we want it now, and we want clarity now, and you've just finished your degree and you're at a crossroads, and it's like, do I go this direction, do I go that direction? Please help me, because I don't know what direction I want to go in or what direction I should go in. So what your guides are telling you through this rune is be patient, have understanding, be tolerant, have acceptance, and have forgiveness. Go into your heart, Akriti. That's what they're telling me. Go into your heart. You've finished your formal training now, and you're not quite sure what is next. And I think there's a lot of also fear coming up, and as well as impatience and just show me now what I need to do, because I don't know what I need to do or where I need to go. So they're really wanting you to be patient. But I actually think it's patient with yourself. It's there's not anyone else involved here. I think it's patience, understanding, tolerance, and acceptance with yourself, and maybe something you need to forgive yourself for. There's something that maybe the people around you. I'm tuning into the people that you were studying with. Maybe have got like a bit of a clear path, like they know what path that they want to go on. They've connected with the people that they need to connect with. They know where they're going. They know they may have a job, or they may have a path to a job. Whereas I'm feeling that you're not really sure. You don't know which way. Okay, I've finished my formal training now. Which way do I go? What path is going to open for me? What opportunity is going to actually come for me? Which direction am I going to go? And they just keep coming back with patience. Have understanding for yourself. Don't have judgment for yourself, in that perhaps other people around you are so organized and prepared, and you've now finished your training and you don't exactly know what you're going to do or what you're going to go into. You haven't got anything lined up, they're saying to me, whereas people around you may have something lined up, and I think you're being a bit hard on yourself because of that, and not thinking to yourself, well, I should have organized, or I should have been more in action about what to do when I finish. But I'm just like all over the place, and I don't know where I'm going. So be patient with yourself, be tolerant with yourself, accept yourself, accept where you're at, accept the point where you're at, and know that it's perfect for you. And know, you don't have the clarity that you wish that you would have had at this point. I think maybe you thought that once you finish your education that you would be clear as to what you want to do and where you're going to go. But I feel that there's still a lot of exploration for you on so many levels. You need to explore. You need to explore your soul. You need to explore your heart. You need to explore where your heart is taking you, and accept where your heart is taking you, even if it's completely different to the idea that you had or didn't have, or to what everybody else around you that you studied with is actually doing. So have the understanding and have the forgiveness for yourself and the patience to let yourself sit in your space, to let yourself open your heart and listen to whatever is coming through, and not be so hard on yourself or frustrated at yourself because you're not organized or you haven't got something lined up. So that's the message for you from your rune. I shall pass over to Kaija and let her show you your drawing. Thank you.
Thank you, Antoinette. And this is, again, fitting totally perfect together. And this time I should do something. The first thing I painted was this, and I had the message, go with the flow. And we did some readings for you. So this is like a way. And for me, what is interesting, we always get the information for you that your way is clear. So there's nothing to fear. And what I was so interesting, I have something special with this painting for you. I haven't done for the moment. So I see you at the moment like disconnected from this. You're floating and you're comparing yourself, what Antoinette said, with the others who has clear jobs, who are engagements, who know the next steps. And you compare them and you feel once more weird and different. And you are. And you're unique, and this is not that you're so, they are all unique, all your colleagues, everybody on earth is unique. And I feel that you're once more in a little fight with this being special and uniqueness and want to be like the others. And with these thoughts, you disconnect yourself from what can happen for you, what is there for you. And another thing I found interesting when I saw the rune of Antoinette was the crossroads. I got the information, and no matter what way you choose, there's no wrong way. All the ways will lead you where you are meant to be. And for this moment of time, they showed me, I will use this color. What you have to do is, first of all, connect yourself again with your intuition. And this is what you have lost for the moment. This is what makes you feel lost. And as soon as you do that and dive into your heart, and as Antoinette said, accept where you are at the moment, and that this is nothing wrong with not knowing, you will get, and this is these little balls, you will get possibilities, doors will open. But as long as you're disconnected, you don't see them, because it's like you watch the others there, what they are doing, they have jobs, that they know what to do, and the part of you want to be like them. And as you look in this direction, you don't see the open door that are there, all this, because you're disconnected from your own wisdom and your own path. I don't know if this makes sense for you. So what you need to do at the moment is see them, see the others, see their ways, accept, and maybe this is with this forgive yourself that you're jealous in a way as well, and that you want to be like them, and forgive yourself that you're so hard on yourself being yourself. And it is so much about trusting. This acceptance and patience is, for me, also deeply connected with trusting. When we are asked to be patient, that we are asked to trust as well. That we are in a realm of unknown. We want something badly, it is not yet there. And what is asked to trust, that it will come, whatever is meant for you will come to pass, and it will. What will help you immensely is to connect yourself with yourself again, and embrace this beautiful, different, unique weird being that you are, and that you have your unique way. You will just diminish yourself when you compare yourself with others, with everybody. Stop it. It is human as well. There's nothing wrong with this, that you hurt yourself by doing that. So everything is there for you. And as Antoinette said, you're on a crossroads and you're stepping really, you finished a big cycle. What I see as well, that you need to rest for a moment and really to integrate. Yeah. Integrate all you have experienced. You're a very sensitive being. Don't forget this. You're very powerful and strong as well, but you're very sensitive. So for me, at the moment is the time to rest, to rejuvenate, to recharge, to be in nature, to I think in England the lockdown is over as well, to enjoy life, to party, to swim, to sit in the sun or lie in the sun. Yes. And don't think too much about your future. And through this recharging, you reconnect with yourself, and the doors will open, or you see the doors that are already there and open, but you don't see because you see, oh, they have this, I want to be like them, I want to have this. You don't see this. You just hurt yourself by doing that.
Yeah, very much so. Akriti. Okay. You just have some time out, you know, it's have some time to actually accept that you have already finished your training and be proud of that as well. And yes. You know, and be accepting of that, and it's okay that you don't have a path forward, but the path, you know, that you're unsure, and let's just think, just take it as you have now some time to think. You have some time to connect with your soul. And once you're in that space, you will have that clarity. It's just a case of with you perhaps have learned different things going through your course from what other people have learned. Everybody takes out something different, and you now need some time to explore that and actually dig deep and find what you want to do going forward. So don't be so hard on yourself, beautiful girl.
No. And you have a mission here, so your way is written. You can't fail. Don't worry. Stop worrying. I know you're Virgo like me, and we have this monkey mind.
Like all of us.
Like all of us. Don't invest in that. And congratulations, you have finished your studies. How amazing is that?
Oh, party time. Have some fun. Have some fun and just enjoy.
Yes. Enjoy yourself.
Especially if you're not in lockdown anymore.
Yeah, and you know, you will meet people and you will talk about what you're doing, and there's so many doors open for you. You just have to be connected with yourself, and you will see them and you can choose them, which door. I hope this was helpful.
Okay. I'm just going
to do our last reading now.
Do our last reading for Jared. He's just written a few comments, Kaija. So I'm just going.
Yes.
Feeling a little bit lost.
Yeah, he needs some guidance.
Okay.
So Jared, we will just have a look what will come through for you. And thank you for coming. You're the first time with us. Thank you for trusting us.
Thank you for coming on, and thank you for your patience. And you are our lucky last reading. So I need to know what my guides need, because I haven't been on. Okay, all right. We'll just give you
to let you know. You can get back to the readings after this. I will set up a YouTube link with the timestamps as well. So if you don't get everything now, don't panic.
That's right.
You can come back. The live will still be available on our pages.
Yeah, it'll still be available on on both of our pages, and will also be on our YouTube channels. So it's okay if you've missed it, or if you've you know, missed some of it, or if it's been too much. So you can replay it as many times as you like. So Jared,
Yes.
I'm being drawn to a rune for you. Thank you for coming on and trusting us. And before I draw anything, I feel like you're really in a space of confusion, and I don't know how much of the reading you actually tuned into. But once again, we're talking about the old systems crumbling and the new systems being built, but it's going to happen over time. And there are people awakening all over the earth, and I've just read that you see 1111 and, you know, have got ringing in the ears. So what I think is happening is you're actually going through some sort of activation and awakening. So, and that can be really, really scary for people that haven't had these sort of happenings before. You mentioned something about your father passing away. I'm just trying to find the message for it that you wrote. Passed away and is just trying to reach me as well. Yeah, okay. All right, so Jared, I just want to assure you that this is a safe space, and thank you for trusting us and trusting us with the information that you've shared. What I believe is happening is you're very confused. There's a lot happening around you. You're opening up, you know, what we call your spiritual awakening. I believe that you're desperately wanting to connect with your father, because your father you believe that your father has a message for you, and that is beautiful that you're able to connect with spirit. All of this can be very scary. So I just want you to take a breath and just be able to calm down and know that you are protected, and your guides are protecting you, and this is your time now to open up your consciousness. But it's a process, and it's not a race. It doesn't need to be done in 5 minutes. And when all this information starts coming in, and I know, and I think I can speak for Kaija as well, that when it happened for me 8 years ago, it was very, very confronting, and it was very, I was quite fearful, and I actually thought I was going crazy, and I wasn't brought up around any of this spirituality work. So Jared, I just want, before we start the reading, I just want to send you all our love and all of our light, and I'm sure all the souls that are on this reading are sending you that as well. And to just take a breath and know that you are held and you are protected. So I'm going to draw a rune for you.
Yeah, what I can say, I just totally agree. What you can do in this moment as well, take a breath and feel your feet on the ground, and there's ground. This is something what I do a lot when I feel lost, that what's grounding me and bringing quietness in my system. There is always ground under our feet. And you were guided to come in our reading. Thank you very much. So you're ready for some information. Having a look what Antoinette will tell you. I'm already painting.
I'm choosing a rune for you, Jared. And if you don't know what runes are, they're basically, well, these ones I've created myself. So they're basically messages from spirit that I created when I was actually doing my course. So, and they gave me some symbols, and they gave me channeled messages with the symbols. So I'm not sure, I just thought I'd give you that little introduction, because I'm not actually sure if you know what a rune is. So this is the rune that I've picked for you. Now let me just find the channeled message that goes with that one. I'm actually, it's funny because it can go very many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very indicative of where you are in this moment, that you're going in all different ways, in all different shapes and forms, and I think you're channeling information, you're receiving information from your guides, at least you're receiving signs, whether or not you're hearing them or seeing visions or seeing the 1111, which is classic of awakening. It's very confusing for you, and they're wanting me to say like that there's a lot going on. So let's try and give you some practical guidance for you. And I'm just okay, so I'm just trying to find, sorry, just bear with me. I have 30 runes, so I'm just looking for the message that goes with this one. Okay, so this rune, Jared, is light. This rune is called light. And what I feel for you is that you are connecting with the light. I feel that you've had a lot of challenges in your life, and spiritual awakening can come with dark nights of the soul, which we call deeply challenging, personally challenging, either events or feelings, or maybe I really feel like it goes back to the death of your father. When your father passed on, there was a lot of grief, there was a lot of loss, a lot of pain. You found it deeply challenging, and you've been really wanting to connect with him, and that desperation for you to be able to connect with him is really, really strong in you. And I just want to let you know that when you connect with your loved ones in spirit, it doesn't have to be a direct message. It can be a feeling, or I feel like you're desperate to know what he wants to portray to you, but I feel that you're putting so much pressure on yourself, and you're getting like in a really anxious state, and you're starting to open up to the light within you and the light within the universe. And it's more as more and more light comes in, you're getting more and more confused. That's what I feel that you are doing. And you're starting to feel your guides, you're starting to feel your father's spirit coming through, and it's all becoming too overwhelming. And for me, they want you to know that it's okay. They really want you to know that it's okay. Take your time, they're saying. It's okay. When you feel these paranormal experiences, or whatever you're feeling, it's this new vibration, it's this shifting within you. And the pain that you felt when your father passed away, I feel that there was something unresolved, and that's why you're perhaps really, really anxious to connect with his spirit. But please know, just being aware of his presence, you are already connecting with his spirit. And it's really, really important to take a step back and not put so much pressure on yourself to be able to figure out what that message is. I think he wants you to feel safe. He doesn't want you to feel overwhelmed or confused. The feeling that I'm feeling that he's sending you now is a feeling of love and a feeling that he's with you. And he just really wants you, and my voice is softening because he really wants you to be gentle on yourself. He really wants you to know how much he loved you. And that you're feeling that there's something that's unresolved that you didn't have a chance to do or say, and he wants you to know that it's okay. And I feel such a gentle spirit coming through that I feel like I have to soften my voice for him to come through me, because he's just so gentle and so loving, and there's nothing more. There's nothing more to say, he says. I just want you to know that I'm with you and I'm supporting you and I'm guiding you. And he just wants you to be safe and not be so hard on yourself and confused. And he's saying is this light, this room, the light, look to the light. Hold the light within yourself. Know that the universe has got your back. You are starting to awaken, and it's scary, and you're confused, and you don't know what to do. And please know it's a process. Awakening is an ongoing process. Ascension is an ongoing process. You've gone through your dark night, whatever that was, whether it was your father passing away or another event. You've gone through that, and now you're opening up to your light. But for us to open to our light, we have to go through our shadow. And when we go through our shadow, a lot of stuff is going to come up for you. And your father wants you to know you are supported. You're not alone. I think you feel like you're really alone, and you're not supported by anybody. But know that your guides and your father's spirit, and there are so many people out there that can help you and support you. And it's normal to be confused, and it's normal to think, well, what do you want me to do? And especially when you start traveling through different realms and experiencing different paranormal experiences, and synchronicities and all that, especially it can be very frightening and confusing. And I'm really, from our heart space, we just really want you to know that you are held and you are protected, and you are starting to connect with your light. And it's a beautiful thing, but it's a process. And please feel supported. Please feel loved. Please don't feel like it's something abnormal, because it's not. There are a lot of people awakening all over the world at the moment, and there's a lot of chaos. The old systems are breaking down to bring in the new system. And some people are being very resistant and not wanting to move into the new. So you're on your own exploration. You're on your own self-discovery, step by step. I feel like I want to say do some reading, do some research, but then also sit with it yourself. And know, perhaps it might be good for you to join some groups or get some support, and Cara and I run a circle. If you would like to join that, you're very welcome to join that. And we go through that. It's totally up to you. But all I can say is you're opening up to your light. Trust in that. Trust that you are on the path and that you are protected, and there is no rush. It's not a race. You need to go through your steps, and healing is a journey, is a lifetime journey. It's we think we heal and we heal more, and then we heal more, and then we heal more. And it's beautiful that you're opening up to your gifts, and we all have this capability. And for you, this is your time now. You're being awakened to your spirituality and to your awareness. So I'm going to pass over to Kaija, and she will show you your drawing. I hope this has brought you some comfort and some help. And I'll pass over to Kaija now.
Thank you, Jared. And I was listening to Antoinette and I was reading your comments. So I read as well that you are a heroin addict. And this made sense for me for what I feel. Thank you for opening up and being that courageous. So this was a painting I made. And I have the feeling with this information from Antoinette, when I feel you're highly sensitive and you have a lot of really shitty experience in your life, very, very painful. And what you're doing with the heroin, this feels like healing in the moment when you take it, because you stop feeling pain. And you suppress your healing on the same time. And what I and when I was painting, they had this, there's so much, you're so in confusion, and you're far away from your heart, from your own self-love. And it is like you have to follow these lines to find this heart. And it is like you're running behind all the time. You're running behind to come in peace, to come to yourself. And then you take the drugs, and then you have moments of peace. And when the effect of the drugs is ending, you feel so much more confused, and you have a lot of different voices. And there's the ego, and there's the pain, and then you're really gifted. You have the voice of your soul coming through, but in these moments you don't know which one is which one, and you're becoming more and more and more confused. And you have a strong calling. You have a really strong calling, and you don't know Antoinette's history for the moment of time and not mine. And especially Antoinette has gone through really, really deep shit in this lifetime, and really painful. And a lot of healers and light people who are supposed to help others have to experience pain by themselves. And we can't heal our pain without going through the pain. And this is something by taking drugs, you prevent yourself in a way, and you protect yourself to feel this pain, but you prevent yourself also from a deep healing. So this is for sure something you can't do alone. So what I see for you to come in contact with your essence, with your heart, with your soul, it is an important step to stop taking drugs. And for sure, this is so much easier said, because when you do this, in this sensitivity you have, the whole pain will come up. So you need really support. And first of all, you need, and you can take time for that, the decision to do that, to follow this, the calling of your soul, and to say, okay, this will be painful. It will be very painful. I can't tell you otherwise. When you stop taking drugs, the pain will come up, and you're so sensitive, and you're so fine. You're really a fine person, an empath. So the whole pain will come up. And this is something you can't hold by yourself and alone. And you're not supposed to. So what I would suggest, but this is totally up to you, have a look and go in contact with clinics or with therapeutic institutions who can help you to do this first step. And for sure there's kind of a contradiction, because when you go the the classical way, you might not supposed to find a therapist who understands your spiritual calling. And this might be complicated as well. So maybe you can go both ways. You need really help on a physical level to go away from the drugs. And you need to go away from the drugs to come really in contact with your soul and to call in your soul. But this will bring up a lot of pain that is suppressed at the moment. So I just, as Antoinette said, we are running circles. We both give personal sessions as well. And I think you need really help on a really physical, classical level to make a therapy to come back from the drugs. And being aware that this is not an easy way. Your soul have not chosen an easy way. As most, or I would say, all light workers, we have really shitty experiences in this lifetimes and others. And we have chosen this lifetime, there's this big transformation we are in worldwide to heal. And healing is going through the emotions and feeling. Can't avoid this. And I think this question with your father is supporting you and he's telling you, you are strong enough. You can do that. He's with you. I don't know how your relationship was when he was alive, but I feel that you had the feeling to be never enough for him or to not being worthy of his love. And he was deeply wounded by himself, and maybe he wasn't possible to show you his love while he was alive. But now in the other dimension, he's really there and telling, he's supporting you, whatever you decide to do. He's with you, sending you, now as he is on the other side, he's not any longer restricted with all the pain he has experienced in his lifetime by himself. And he's not any longer restricted by not being able to show his love. He is pure love, and he is now able to love you fully as you are. And however you decide to go on, he will support you. And you can come back to this, but it is a way, and it's not an easy one.
Yeah, it's a process, and it's. I've been listening to Kaija and reading your comments as well, and it's really, really difficult when you're an empath and you feel things so deeply, and you experience everything so deeply. And we've all had pain in our lives, and I didn't turn to drugs, but I blocked a lot of my pain, and as a result I was physically ill. So Jared, knowing that that you've turned to drugs, the light is trying to come in. Your father's now on the other side, and he's giving you the strength, and he's there for you, supporting you, wanting you to take that step, and for you to be able to connect with that intuition and those gifts that you have being an empath. You need to go through that physical healing. And as Kaija said, in order for you to find your authentic self and to be able to connect on a spiritual level on the way that you wish to connect with your guides and your father, you need to purify your body. And again, I would recommend, as Kaija said, to try to take some steps. And this is, of course, up to you. We can only give you guidance to start purifying the body, because we are humans, we are spiritual beings in a human existence. And I know for myself that even though I didn't turn to drugs, I blocked a lot of the feelings. And until I actually allowed myself to acknowledge those feelings and to actually love those feelings, I did not start my healing. So I think, first of all, the first step is to make your body stronger. You need to purify your body and perhaps go through a program of rehabilitation somehow, if you have access to that, or seek help to actually purify your body, because your intuition and your real self is wanting to open up to the light, but it has these other distractions. So for us to be able to heal on that deep level that we need to heal, we need to actually face our shadow and face our challenges, and that's really, really hard. And I've done it, Kaija's done it, and we've both had a lot of challenges in our lives, but I think
we're still doing it.
Still doing it.
We go through.
We'll continue to do it.
One pain, and the next one is coming up. So
it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey. But you are now. Is your time for you to start awakening. You are getting the signs from the universe. What you are feeling is real. Please know that what you are feeling is real. You are not going crazy. You are starting to connect with your intuition, that you need to make your body stronger. And for that, you need to take the first step towards purifying your body so that you are able to hold that space for yourself.
And just now I read some comments as well. Thank you, Antoinette. And you read that you had the feeling that your father was loving your brothers more than you. I'm an only child, but I lived with a man who had different children, and they were very jealous of the love of the father. And what is true, parents treat children different because all children are different. And parents, and sometimes they love them different as well. But when you tune in the heart of a parent, if it's a father or the mother, up to condition and how they are able to show the love for every child has the same power. The expression is different. So you can do that. And the other thing, you felt different as a child. We all did. And we all felt not like a part and different and weird. And I did all my life. I felt different. I tried to fit in. I tried so hard to fit in, and had always the feeling of being outside. And since I connected with Antoinette and other people who are on this spiritual path, what is for me the path to find ourselves, our true nature, I found soul family and people who felt different their whole life as well. And I just can tell you, so obviously you have contacted us, you are in search for help. So you are strong enough. This is the beauty of when we are born with this high sensitivity, and we were trained on sensitivity by the parents our soul have chosen. We were given the power as well and the strength to go through all the shit. We have it. And just now you have this support from spirit and from the universal realm. But when you decide to detox, you need physical help. Don't do it alone. You need people who support you, human beings around you, and medicines, and really physical. This is nothing to do by your own.
No,
really not. It's not a good idea. And there is support. You can find that, but it needs your decision, and it needs that you contact go in contact with the strengths in yourself, and you have it. I can feel it in you to go through that.
I hope we have helped you, Jared, and please know
Yes.
that, you know, you are not alone. There are always people out there that can help you on your journey, and like we said, we suggest that you look into getting professional rehabilitation in terms of drug use, and try to work with that to detox. I know that you said you work 2 jobs and it's very hard for you
Yes.
to go through a detox. Just give it some thought and know that, you know, you need that physical strength in order to hold the shifting that's happening on a spiritual level. Without that physical strength, you will go back into confusion, and you will go back into dark night, because your body's not able to hold that vibration. So, and your gifts will not be able to emerge with that toxication in your body. So we hope that this has helped you, Jared, and thank you so much for being so open and sharing with us about your challenges, and we hope that this has helped you.
We send you a lot of love and strength and belief in you, and you know, what is interesting, when you will decide to detox, and this is totally up to you, you will come so much closer to your soul and your heart, and this will give you so much peace and power, and let you feel so much more safe in yourself, and the drugs separate you from this power at the moment as well. Even they give you peace in that moment because you stop feeling. So all the best for you.
So much love and light, Jared, and
Yes.
and please know that there are people that can support you and guide you.
And believe in yourself.
You can do this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we shut?
Yes.
Gone over
We did
time.
1 hour already longer than we
Yeah.
wanted. So this was an exceptional one.
Yes, it was an exceptional reading, and thank you to all of you that joined. There were a few people that joined a bit late.
Yes.
Please come back on next month when
On the 8th of August.
Which will be Lionsgate, a very special energy day. So if you would like to come back on that day and we can read for you then, that would be lovely. We would welcome you to come back. Thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. I hope that our messages and our guidance has been helpful for you. We have the Wisdom Circle next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Sydney time, 11 a.m. Paris, and all the other different times in Europe. So we'll be running that Canada or America or wherever you are or wherever you're listening from. Some ungodly hour, I'm sure, in America. Please join us. We'll be putting out an announcement. You'll be able to join us by giving us a message and letting us know that you would like to join the circle. That announcement will be going out in the next couple of days, and you'll be able to see that on our Facebook pages. And like Kaija mentioned, if you would like to listen to your reading, you can go back onto Facebook on either of our pages or on YouTube also to listen to your reading.
Yes. And I will make photos of the paintings and post it on your comments so everybody can see the painting as a comment on your comments.
Oh, okay. And I'll probably do the same. I'll take photos of the cards. I've actually time because every time I keep forgetting to actually take a record of it. But I will take a photo. If you had a rune, I will take a photo of the rune and put it on. if you had a card or cards in some circumstances, I would take a photo of them and also put them on. For me, it's coming into late at night, so I will do this tomorrow. So please be patient and I will put them up tomorrow.
Thank you very much for coming
Thank
in.
you everybody for
Having a beautiful July.
have a lovely July, and remember that the universe has got our back. Love to you all. Bye.
Bye.